Hello everyone, I'm back. Welcome to the Imagination Station, and today we'll be reading Never Old Enough by CallMeIzukuNotDeku. This is a pretty long few chapters of dadzawa and Izuku angst, and there's a bit of trigger warnings, so I'm going to say those before I start. There is some mentions of suicide or self-harm or any quirk, discrimination, all of that stuff, so please take care of yourself, and if that is triggering to you, please click off. But if it's not, then enjoy the reading. Summary. The streets. They'd sent a child to the streets over his quirk status. Shota had seen what happened to quirkless people on the streets, watched as the yellow tape went up. The crime scene photographers flashed around the scene, then looked away as the bioremediation specialists got to work. He couldn't help but imagine them cleaning up what remained of a green-haired 9-year-old off the street. Where are you going to go from there? What are you going to do next? I'm going to kill myself. Okay, let's get right on into the story. If that summary is any triggering to you at all, please kick off. But if you're interested in the story, then let's get started. Chapter 1. Alright then, I think that's all. What about that section over there? Shota asked, pointing to the only door he hadn't gone through yet, hoping it was just an unlabeled supply cabinet. Oh, you don't have to worry. That's the quirkless wing. It's not a scheduled part of your visit. I don't mind going over time, Shota said for the first time in his life. Something was wrong. He knew it. The nurse only let his shock show for a second before muttering something along the lines of, "This way." They walked in, and Shota knew he was right. Hated it. It smelled so much worse than the rest of the hospital in here. They walked by door after door. Shota opened his mouth to ask who they were passing, but the nurse said there's only one person awake in this wing right now. A few others are here, but they're all in critical condition. You don't have the authorization to see them. It seemed wrong to Shota that so many people here could be in critical condition, but he was too tired to question it. He reminds himself that he signed up for this. He agreed to greet everyone as the only available hero in the area, but as an underground hero, had to explain who he was every time. He just had to smile and do it one last time and give his last person some hope so he could go home and sleep. Here he is, the nurse said, bowing and turning away, seemingly unwilling to spend more time here than he had to. Maybe it was because of the apathy, the utter lack of care or simplicity of the nurse's voice that Shota was surprised to see a little boy in the room. And shit, Shota had never been good with kids. He took a deep breath and sat down. He can do this. It will be like the rest of them, even though they all had their parents there. Hey kid, how are you? The child finally looked away from the window, a pitiful thing with a horrible view of the factory next to the hospital, with just a silver of the sky. And when the child's eyes found him, Shota froze and let out a nervous titter. Where'd you learn to look like that, huh? Before clamping down on his jaw. He definitely did not mean to say that, but the child's lip twitched a bit, a sign Shota might have done something right. Aren't heroes supposed to say nice things? A pause. Huh? Against himself, Shota smiled. You know who I am. You're the first one here to recognize me. No response. Do you know my name? Eraser hero. Eraserhead. You're underground. I am. Nice job, kid. The kid blinked at him, as if that was the first time someone had ever called him nice. But that would be ridiculous. Shota himself grew up in a community home with a quote-unquoted villainous quirk. He knew how bad society got, and even he heard kind words every once in a while. What about you? What's your name? Izuku. No last name? Not anymore. Why not? Because mommy's dead and dad's in jail for it. Shit. Shota's asking all the wrong questions today. He just has to stick with the generic ones and he'll be fine. How are you doing in here? The abrupt change of topic doesn't go unnoticed by Izuku, but he doesn't mention it. As fine as I was when I got here. So still in pain? Izuku cocked his head, annoyingly unreadable. You know I tried to kill myself, right? Glass should have been shattered. Horns should have been blared. The world should have shaken and trembled and fallen to his knees, but nothing happened. The room stayed quiet, still almost, with a little bit of sunlight wading into the room and the stench of Shota didn't even want to know what scratching through the door. Shota clicked his tongue. I didn't. No, I didn't. I'm sorry to hear that. You wouldn't have to if I succeeded. And again, something should have happened, but it stayed just a tired hero and a bruised boy in a room. I'm sorry to hear that too. You're too young. You shouldn't have lost hope yet. There's still more to life. You didn't know why I'm here or my name. You don't know my age either, do you? I do not, Shota confirmed. Sure, the kid couldn't be more than 7. Izuku continued to surprise him, though by his saying, I'm 9, and do you know the average age of quirklesses nowadays? Are they different from average lifespans in general? It's 13, Shota stilled. The majority of quirkless people were elderly, even though they were quickly dying off. For the average to be 13, for the kid to be 9. Jeez, kid, I didn't know. I'm aware. They don't really tell you the stuff like that. Cool, yeah. Shota could do this. He just had to steer this conversation to a safer topic and hope it worked better than the last time. How long are you going to be in here? A day or so. That definitely didn't line up with the severity of his wounds. Well, I wish you the best of luck because after any mental health-related hospital trips, you'll be sent to a psychiatric care. There aren't any mental hospitals that accept quirkless people. What? Had Hope ever done for them? I'm sorry? For what? I mean, more out of surprise. Are you serious? Why wouldn't I be? I shake my head, remembering he's 9 years old. Good point. But if you don't mind me asking, where will you go after you're released? Not to a psychiatric hospital, but not to his parents. If a psychiatric ward wouldn't accept quirkless people, an orphanage sure as hell wouldn't either. I don't know. I think they're just gonna kick me out. The streets. They'll send a child to the streets over his quirk status. Shota had seen what happened to quirkless people on the streets. Watched as the yellow tape went up, the crime scene photographers flashed around the scenes, then looked away as the biometric specialists got to work. He couldn't help but imagine them cleaning up what remained of a green-haired 9-year-old off the street. Where are you gonna go next from there? What are you gonna do next? I'm gonna kill myself. I furrow my brows and look him in the eyes. He's already watching me, and it occurs to me that he hasn't looked away the entire time I've been here. He's been on edge. He knows I'm a hero, recognized me by my look alone, and knew my whole name, and tried to kill himself too. He's not afraid of death. He's not afraid of me killing him. He's afraid I'll do something worse. Why? Shota breathes. The question's so simple, and it has a million different answers, all of them said by different people at different times. None did Shota want to hear. Why not? Shota opens his mouth, pauses, because he has something else to live for. He's supposed to die in 4 years because people love and care for him. His mom was dead, and Shota doubted the father cared for the child. What did he have left for him? How could a child lose so much so quickly? And most of all, how could he be so okay with it? Do you understand, Eraserhead? Shota. What? Aizawa Shota. You told me your name. It's only fair if I told you mine. But you're a hero. It's dangerous to tell your name to a stranger. You're not a stranger, Izuku. I trust you, okay? Why? Why's that? No one's trusted me for a very long time. Well, they should. You're a nice kid. Again, he looks confused at the compliment. He takes a deep breath. It occurs to Shota that he hasn't seen Izuku blink. What do you want? What do you mean? You're being nice to me. You're asking me about myself. You're not hurting me. You want something. The kid's too smart for his own good. I want you to be okay. Why? Why not? This time Shota's the one asking. Because I'm quirkless. And The kid looks at Shoto like he's the dumbest person he's ever met. And you should hate me. You should want to hurt me and break me and hit me. You're supposed to tell me how you're gonna skin me alive, that I'm nice. He spits the word like a slur. You're not supposed to use your quirk on me and hate me and kill me. So you're just stop playing whatever game you're trying to play and just tell me what you want me to do. A shaky breath. And I'll do it. Then you'll have what you want and I can kill myself in peace, okay? I just want a little bit of fucking peace. He's 9. Oh my god. He's 9 and only knows the word hate. I want you to live. I said stop. A sniffle this time. I'm so tired. I just want to sleep forever. That's all I just want. Please stop playing with me, please. That's all I want. I'll do anything. The door opens without a knock. Midoriya, you're free to go. A new doctor pokes her head in. If you're not out within the hour, you'll be escorted. The doctor leaves. No paperwork or anything. Just the weight of the last name Izuku didn't want him to know. The kid's still looking at him. Goodbye, Eraser. Such simple words. Shota said them 1,000,000 times, but never did he mean them like that. I'm sorry, Izuku. It's okay, the kid said, making his way to the door without breaking eye contact with Shota. I can't let you leave. A blank. The kid broke eye contact and booked it down the hall, leaving Shota to catch up with him. Luckily for Shota, he's a pro hero and fast. Unlucky for him, the kid's slick. Still, there's only one way in or out of the hospital, a staircase. One so narrow there's barely space between the safety railing and the next staircase. Shota thanks his lucky stars for the time it gives him. Time enough to hear the kid going up to the hospital roof. Shota does his best to race after the kid, only to find him yanking at the door handle. There's a panel on the wall next to him with a red stripe on the top. It's locked. Hey, kid. The moment the kid hears him, he turns and tries to squeeze past him, but Shota holds his ground. Unfortunately, this doesn't stop Izuku from stomping on his foot and hurling himself over the railing to the next stairway down. The yelp of pain reaches Shota before he can even think about chasing him again, and Shota reaches the next stairwell just in time to see Izuku hopping down with one leg with a death grip on the railing. The closer Shota gets, the faster the kid goes, and the sloppier it gets. So much so that when Shota reaches out to get him, the kid slips and tumbles down another flight of stairs. Shota worries about how much longer these stairs go until Izuku will have the streets to hide him, but then he hears the pained whimper at the next stairwell. He's not getting up. Shota rushes down, barely even noticing that the stairs have stopped, only seeing the boy. The kid with green hair, long enough to be noticeably in need of a cut, short enough to show he's not growing it out, and with eyes, green eyes, though you'd have to look for a while to notice how dialed his pupils are, and a trembling lip, whispering pleas upon pleas that Shota just doesn't hurt him, saying he'll do anything, was a 9-year-old. Izuku was 9 years old and already wanted to die. Shota had known the kid for maybe 9 minutes, but he already wanted the kid to live, so he sat. He sat in the hallway and talked about mundane things, getting the groceries, his friends, his boyfriend, his 4 cats, some paperwork he had to file the other day. Izuku's breathing slows, his shoulders drop, little by little, but they're almost relaxed. His jaw unclenches. What are you gonna do now? Ask you to live. And when I say no, ask for a chance. A flicker of mistrust flashes across his eyes, dancing like a flame. A chance for what? You stay with me for a month. Shota hopes it will be enough time, and if I convince you there's still hope left, you have to live. Can you do that for me? Just a month? Just a month. Then you'll let me die? Only if you're sure there's no hope for you. Izuku stares and stares. and Shota just about to start thinking about what he's going to do next if he says no, when Izuku says, "Then I'll live, just for a month." Shota lets himself relax a little. He can do this. It doesn't matter how tired he is. He just needs to convince the child to live. That's all he needs to do. Something in his gut tells him that's going to take much more work than that, though. Oh my god, it's over. That was so sad. I started crying halfway through. Oh my gosh. Okay, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry I haven't posted in so long. Schoolwork just really kicked me in the ass, and I haven't had any time to film or anything. But I'm gonna get this out to you, and I'm gonna try and find more time in my schedule and like make a routine so I don't forget and everything. But thank you so much to the author. You are so good at writing, and I actually started stopping. I had to stop reading for a little bit, and that was so good. I can't wait to keep reading. This part of the series has 5 chapters, and I don't know about the next one, but I'll connect them and everything. And maybe the next part I'll make like an hour special or something, depending on how long the videos are and how long I have to film, blah, 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 boring. Yeah. So I'll end it here. I don't think you want to listen to me talk anymore. So bye. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Love you all, and till next time.